Welcome to Ignite Interviews. I'm Cyndi Donahue. I'm very pleased to be joined today by Chip Overstreet of Spiceology. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's always good to see you.
Great to be here.
Thanks for coming to talk about Spiceology. It's one of my favorite spices when I'm making dinner.
It's one of my favorite subjects to talk about.
Well, not just one spice, all the spices.
All of them, absolutely.
So why was Spiceology created here in Spokane?
Pete and Heather, the co-founders, were here. Actually, Pete used to be a chef. Well, he's still a chef. But he cooked up at Kavanaugh's on Priest Lake. And his signature dish was a smoky honey habanero chicken. And he used to always get patrons coming up to him asking him for the recipe, and he would happily give them the recipe, which was smoked paprika, a little bit of habanero powder, and honey granules. And they would come back a week later and they say, where do I get honey granules? Where do I get smoked paprika? So he started mixing it up in jars and putting them, basically just selling it to people. And that's how they got started.
And when was that? What year
was that? 2013.
Wow. So Spiceology hasn't been around that long.
Well, we're coming up on 8 years.
So it feels like a while.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty new. I mean, as a company, it is new. Yeah. And what about the way that you create the spices makes it so unique?
Well, a couple things. One, focus on quality. We have a mantra: grind fresh, ship fresh. So we start only with grade A quality spices, and we grind domestically here in the U.S. and ship fresh, and that makes a huge difference. And secondly, it's innovation. It's just coming up with unique flavor profiles that consumers love. So, example, we've got a Cajun seasoning with real dehydrated blue cheese, our black and blue. It's fantastic on steak. I put it on my eggs in the morning. My kids put it on their mac and cheese. It's fun to just experiment with different ways of using different flavors.
And does everyone contribute to creating the spices and the different creations, or is it certain people on the team?
I would love to take some credit for that, but I can't. No, we have we're chef owned and operated. We've got 6, 7, 8 chefs on staff, and they're the genius behind the different flavor profiles. It just continues to baffle me every time they come up with something new, but they do it.
True creativity and innovation going on.
Absolutely.
That's so cool. And what about Spiceology's company culture and your team contribute to your success? What makes it so successful?
I think people come to Spiceology because they believe that we've got an opportunity to do something big. And that's special. I think everyone is here because they think that we've got an opportunity to create a real lasting company. We like to say we're going to be the next great iconic American food brand, and that's what we're focused on. And so that alone kind of drives the culture. People just wanting to be part of something that has that potential. Something
great, something special that's being created here at home.
Absolutely.
And what about being in Spokane makes it a great place to have a company? I mean, what about our community or this area makes it a success?
Yeah, I moved to Spokane 9 years ago with my family just for quality of life, just to be in a we like to say turn the volume down a couple notches. We came from the Bay Area. It's just a great community. We're outdoors people. We like to go to the lakes in the summer and the mountains in the winter, and it's a place where it's a great place to raise families. So I don't know how to say it any other way other than it's a great place to live and therefore build a company.
Right, so the team wants to live here, so
Absolutely.
It's easy to build a company here.
It's not hard to find great people in Spokane because people want to live here.
Yeah, that sense of community. And has Spiceology found it easy, difficult to raise money while being based in Spokane?
Relatively easy. I think that the investment community in Spokane is vibrant and it's growing, and there's no shortage of capital. If you've got a good business idea and a good plan and a good team, the capital is available.
That's so cool.
It doesn't really matter where you live.
Right. Well, it's the people, right? It's your concept, it's the people, and that's what makes any company unique. But Spiceology, what to me makes it special is all your spices. And so I know you have a Sriracha line coming. Is that right?
It's out.
It's out.
Oh, yeah.
So I can spice things up. So what's in that line?
So we partnered with Hoi Fung out of LA, which is the founders of the real Sriracha. So our blends are packaged with red with the green lids. But we've got 6 blends. We've got a candied bacon Sriracha, which is amazing in ranch dressing.
Did you just say candied bacon?
Candied bacon Sriracha, miso lime, honey ginger. There's 6 different Sriracha blends, and they're great. People are loving them.
That's so fantastic.
Yeah.
And one of the things I do is I try not to eat too much salt. And we were talking recently about your salt-free line. So what are some of those flavors?
Launched a line of 13 seasonings, salt-free seasonings in August. We partnered with the National Kidney Foundation. And recently, the American Heart Association has jumped on board. So actually in early to mid-January, we're launching a contest with both the AHA and the NKF. We're going to ask consumers what the next 4 ideal salt-free blends they'd like, and based on the winners, we're going to bring 4 new products to market, and we're going to donate some of the proceeds back to the National Kidney Foundation and American Heart Association, and just kind of help promote healthy living.
So I get to help create the spices by suggesting some salt.
Absolutely.
See, so I get to help create Spiceology spices.
You do, yeah.
I love that. And is there anything else you want our community to know about Spiceology, about how we can support this company that exists right here in our region?
Well, I think that certainly buy our spices and try to experiment with flavor and see how much fun you can have in the kitchen. I think a lot of people in Spokane don't realize that this is a brand that is recognized on a national and international level. We're the fastest growing spice company in America for the last 2 years running with the Inc. 5000. And based on what we're seeing in 2020, we should be on the list again next year.
That's amazing. It's so cool. And you had said to me one time too, we talked about you can make a chicken every night and it would be different if you use Spiceology spices.
Absolutely. 2 months in a row, you could have chicken and try a different spice blend, and it would be a different meal every night.
Very cool. Well, thank you for coming to chat with me about Spiceology, and I'm just hoping for your continued success.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks.